How much of your estate agency could you outsource? Today, I'm joined by Iain White, estate agency coach and all-round top estate agency guru. Iain, outsourcing. A couple of years ago, Peter Knight said that you could actually outsource everything apart from the valuation. Do you agree with him? Talk to me.
I believe you can. Yes, absolutely. I think he's absolutely right. And I think that modern estate agency will have a lot more outsourcing in it, partly because the outsourcers are 100% experts of that particular field. But secondly, it provides the estate agency with a low headcount and a low fixed cost business, whereas at the moment we have got high headcount, low skill. I'm using an Ian Preston. You've heard him speak as well as me, but and he's right. You know, we've created an industry that's got high headcount, low skill.
You're right.
Whereas outsourcing does provide part of the solution to move to lower headcount, higher skill, but then rely on the expert of certain suppliers to do some of the outsourcing for you in a flexible way. You know, in a downturn, you're spending less with the outsourcers. You can't spend less on wages easily.
If you had not a blank checkbook, but an open playing field, without mentioning any names of any firms, what areas of the business would you get an agent to seriously consider outsourcing?
Inbound telephone calls. I think I would take certainly the ones I can identify that come from the portals, which are typically, they're great, they're voluminous, they're brilliant at doing it, but they are the lowest value leads. They're the ones that require the most sifting to get through to the real buyer or the real seller or the real tenant or the real landlord. So I probably would take those off my system.
And is there technology that allows you to do that then?
There's technology and other outsourcing options. I've nearly mentioned a company that we all know are brilliant at it. There is technology that will do it for you now. There are even software bots that will speak and dial and talk to you and follow you up and do lots of things. So there's loads of ways of doing that. Obviously, you've got your viewings, which can be potentially outsourced, either to certain people or companies that are experts at doing it. You can outsource your marketing. If you happen to have an internal resource, there's an opportunity to do that. You can outsource sales progression.
That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big one. It's growing fast. You know, there's a couple of companies that are very, very good at it. You've got to pick your partner because they're looking after your pipeline. And I know a lot of agents will initially say to me, well, I don't want to lose control of my pipeline. But those that have trialed it have never gone back because they're better at it.
Yes, because almost a great neg doesn't necessarily make a great sales progressor. And I know for a fact there's a certain firm up in Yorkshire whose name shall remain nameless, that the average sale time is around 12 weeks when you consider it's 19 for the rest of them.
Look, we know the same company. I mean, they get it through quicker. The NPS scores are better. It reduces your cost of sales progression or the time you have to spend doing it, either or. And they pay you for the privilege if you use their solicitors. The business argument not to do that, I would love someone to show it to me. I can't see. I can see a control argument. I can see some sacred cow arguments. But if you were sat there as an accountant looking at it as a business argument, there isn't one.
Anything else that could be outsourced?
I mean, virtually anything bar the valuation. I mean, as Peter Knight said, you can outsource everything. I perhaps wouldn't quite go that far, but yeah.
The two big ones, the three big ones: telephone, accompanied viewings, and sales progression.
Yeah, but also prospecting can be outsourced. Complaints can be outsourced. Debt collection can be outsourced. I mean, virtually anything can be outsourced. You've got to pick your things, and you've got to be clever with it. But my view is, we need fewer, higher paid, higher caliber people doing the actual estate agency piece, supported by technology and suppliers, or people that you've employed that are specific, depending on the scale of your operation, the size of your operation, and the locality, because certainly some localities are much harder to recruit in than others.
Thank you for your time today, Ian.
Thank you.